Gabriel. Welcome to the chat. Chop, 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 chop. Wow. Hello, guys. Hello, viewers. Welcome back to my space. Well, there's nobody here. Probably we're still using the old one. There was a fault in the old one, so I'm trying to correct it to a new one. Yep, that's it. So it's coming up now. Now there was a fault on the first one that I had. I had to change the version of the live stream. So, right, I think I got it right this time. Welcome, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, everyone. Coming back to my chat. This is Victorial_space. And my name is Victoria. So, let's see who we have in the house. I have to put on my reading glasses to be able to see the names. Chemicals, you're welcome to the house. Kung Fu Fanta, hello. And Sonia Adventures, thank you for joining the chat. Yes, Kemi, StreamYard is real. I tried that too as well, but I encountered some difficulties. And this morning I tried twice, and this is the second one because the other one wasn't going. So I had to go back to the YouTube on. So that's it. Jetty Podcast, you're welcome to the house. I can see you in the house. Welcome, everyone. Well, let's get started. And whoever joined along the line, you know, we can keep unwinding the story. It's all about the Sarah Mouton. You're welcome. Thank you. You were in the other chat. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So it's about the situation in Yabohante, the threats from Trenchtown Grandpa. Let's call him that way. I think that's the name he's finally accepted to be a grandpa, though verbally, but not in practice, because he wouldn't have a grandpa trying to go against a granddaughter, trying to hit all his grandchildren, trying to distract the attention, change the direction of the story, a story that is well known for who he is. But obviously, it's not going to be able to scare any intelligent reactor. Let's put it that way, man. Let's stand in the name of intelligent reactors, because I think it's only the intelligent people that can be able to, say the right thing to divide between the ugly, the bad, and the good. So, but we are on the righteous path, and I think Trenchtown Boy should wake up and realize that he can't not just wake up, and he feels he can go free with all the things that he has done. And where on earth can that happen? In Africa. So that means he underrates African race, in which he is part of. He underrates this race, which is not good. He can never have tried that. He could never have tried that in Jamaica. And even after doing that, instead of asking for apology, and what has it resulted to? Use his lawyer to threaten people. These lawyers in this period of festivity, Christmas, everybody needs money. They know the evidence is there. And they just smile. As far as you can pay me, why not? Just to write a simple letter. Of course, we can do that, boss. No problem. And I think that's exactly what they did to him. So he just doesn't seem to understand. He thinks he's doing the right thing, but he's only deceiving himself. So that's it. JT, what did you say? A good dancer must know when to leave the stage. Yep, that's it. The TTG couldn't support, couldn't live with honor. He wants to wash all his dirty linen in public. Yeah, I think we should give him the soap to really wash it. He has to. It has to be that way. He talked about the tablecloths that turned to a dishwasher. That brings us back to another banger. Probably that parable should make part of who he is or what he's trying to do. But we're not going to give up. The fight is on. Only YouTube norms, the rules that are well laid out, that can separate this truth. But the truth is that I don't think we've done anything wrong. We're just doing the right thing. A community needs to be saved, needs to be spared, so that other people don't just use charity and go into vulnerable regions to use them, manipulate them, whereby they cannot use them. Then you result into threats, attacks, because you look at the environment and you feel they're vulnerable, they wouldn't be able to fight for it. Man, we are out here to fight and protect even those that will not be able to fight for themselves. Period. This is a fight, and we got to take it to the finishing line. That's it. So, Jetty, with advices like Dora, Doreen Senior, Jack Senior, the casket, a man that could bring a casket to show just to ask for donation. These are the type of people he's aligning with. Then you can see his mindset. You can see who he is really. He's a masquerade, parading himself as a human. But his whole story, everything is coming out, and we can see exactly who he is. Now, let's read Kung Fu Fanta says, what people are not doing is going through the channels to put him in his place for his alleged crime. People need to make the police report, then move it to DCI. Yes, Kung Fu, that is right. As you come from the Kenyan, because most of us were not from there. So I think people like you should be able to guide the people that have all these evidences in their hand, guide them to the right direction. I know it's difficult for them because, first of all, people think of stomach infrastructure. Yeah, times are hard. There's hunger in the land. And people think of that first, and they're afraid. But we are here to help them, to push them to the right direction. So, Kung Fu, if you can also help, any lawyer in the house from Kenya can also put in a word or two, at least to direct these people to the right direction, to do the right thing. I think that can also help, because they feel, for them, inside them is that, hey, these are people that are really, really poor, vulnerable. They wouldn't be able to do anything. Let's threaten them. But who are you threatening? Yeah, the reactors that are here, they're all educated too, so they know they're right. I can never trade my right for a threat. It's never going to happen in any part of this world. It's not going to happen. So I do not know why he's doing that. And I noticed that he's just calling all the names of the Kenyan, Kenyan reactors. Why the names of the Kenyan reactors? We all talk about it, from even diaspora too, that are not people from there, or the Kenyan residents abroad. Everybody knows they're right. And we're all here to correct the evil that is being exported from America or anywhere to Africa, because the people have already gone through a lot and they just want to move on. And you come with this, your cheap help, because you paid only $200 for a child for just one school year, $200, because the second child, he didn't pay for it. I learned that donor was one of his friends that gave that. But he clearly told Passy, yeah, for all the money that I have spent, you mean you cannot do this for me? So that means you're using an NGO to exploit on innocent women in the continent of Africa. And this is just like an international crime. You're coming there as a predator, as a pedophile. That's what you are, Mr. Trenchtown, wherever you are. Take your blame and take your shame. If you really have shame, you're a family man. You're supposed to respect your age and stop threatening people all and on and on. For what? Who does that? Okay. Kung Fu says here also he is American, so he can get into trouble, double trouble, because he cannot do certain things traveling outside of the US and end up in jail in the States. He knows this. That is true, because he feels, because he is far away, so he can sit there and hire a lawyer to intimidate the people in the village, even with that amount of evidence, because I'm sure those lawyers, they would have seen those evidence. They all go to the internet, to the YouTube. YouTube is a public, worldwide platform in which everybody can access it to see what's really happening, who this person is. That's why I think that guy, if a little background check has to be done on that guy, it's possible he has some small skeletons hiding somewhere, because you cannot have that kind of face, shameless face upon what you did, and you still coming to send letters and choosing which videos needs to be deleted. Who does that? In this modern society, in today's life, in the freedom that everybody's enjoying, who the hell does he think he is? The president of the United States of Africa or president of the United States of America? He forgets that the law can also catch up with him there, that people can also report him locally, even to the American embassy, with all that evidence. There has to be a check on who comes to Africa pretending that he's coming to help. Because this is not the type of help people need here. It's a conditional help. And when you say conditional help, for how much? $200. There are people in Africa that will also do that. So who does that? Mr. Trenchtown boy, loads and loads of your receipt. First of all, let's get rewind again about Passy's open allegation, that was quite open, and let him release his own video if he had any. If he had any, let him release his own too. We're here to listen. We're here to listen and see what he had done. Oh my God, where did I keep this? Let me look for it here. Yep, I have it here. So guys, let's rewind from here, refresh our memory about what he did.
Video, guys. Okay, guys, here it's Passy and one-on-one, guys. And I asking the camera to use it to make my video clear because the evidence is on my phone. Exactly. And I actually have two phones, and all of those two phones have an evidence. Yeah. But let me start with the evidence which is in this phone, guys. Yeah, guys, because people they'll call me a scammer, Mr. Cecil. After I dump Cecil, I don't want his nonsense from Cecil. So now he called me some names. Now they bring even Madam Juliet to the YouTube, to the platform to talk about me, guys, because me I was not sleeping at night. I was watching actually what they are saying. Yeah, so guys, maybe I'm a scam. I scam Cecil, the man that he pay in the hotel. I do not going there to sleep. Still want me to send every exactly. Cecil want me to send the pictures to her to pay me, and they told me that. He told me even me to send the picture, and they send already to me the pictures, and they send me the pictures with the other ladies, other women. Yeah. They said that, can you see this lady has sent me the picture, the good style. Send me, you too send me, so I can send you money. So guys, let me show you the evidence.
Yeah, you know what? Today we are going with some voice.
Today I am going to show the evidence.
You know, when you can decide to use the picture.
If you can talk. Even the way am I talking, me, I was not making drama video. I was saying that, me don't want drama video. But what I see, Cecil want me to expose everything.
Now to expose him.
Yeah, because let me show people, guys. First, it was a file.
Okay.
File.
Guys, today is today, and tomorrow it will be another day. Yeah, you remember Mogesi? Yeah, but let's today the evidence. People they were talking about. Unless you are talking, you don't know what you are talking about. But today there is proof. Huh? Yeah.
Maybe I scam this money.
Wait. We want to add the voice.
The voice. Let us.
Oh my God.
Let us add the voice first. Yeah, and that phrase is here. Coming to the first one.
That is the voice part.
No, you have to come to Nairobi to get there. You have to come there. Okay? Just take the bus and you come there. What are you afraid of?
I can't come Nairobi.
Okay, so I'm going to lose that money that I paid in.
You can't lose. You can return back.
I tell you, they took it from my credit card, and if I did not cancel from
But
yesterday,
you will leave there because you are.
I'm staying with them. If I'm not there, I stay with a friend. But if you are there, I can't stay with a friend. That's why.
Oh, now we have to come Nairobi now. Because you are saying that. Now I'm fearing to come in Nairobi. Because I don't like Nairobi. Why is it?
What you don't have to know that you come to the bus terminal. That's all you have to do. I will meet you at the bus terminal. You come and you stay at the bus stop and I will take a taxi to the bus stop and meet you. What are you afraid of?
Okay.
Just come to the bus terminus and you stay right there and I'll talk to you and you tell me where you are. And I'll take the Uber to come and get you and take you to the hotel. What are you afraid of?
Maybe I will see.
No, you can't. Maybe you'll see because I can't get the money back. I paid it already. Over $500 for the 5 days, 4 days.
$500.
$500 for the 4 days.
Oh.
I paid them. I can send you the receipt from my credit card.
Okay, me can't come to Nairobi.
So I can't get that money back. They told me it's non-refundable.
So, guys, this is at least a reminder for us to know exactly what that really transpired again, because now everybody has to rewind his or her own memory about why he should have that audacity to even think of hiring a lawyer to threaten people. This is threatening of people's freedom of speech, because I mean we all should be able to have the freedom to report this because it comes with a receipt. So why is he trying to suppress it? Somebody should be able to tell him. The lawyer is supposed to be able to tell him, but I wouldn't blame the lawyer. Man, I am a hungry man, a hungry lawyer, and I need money, and this is Christmas. And you know the truth, you know what you've done, and yet you're offering me money just to write a simple letter. Of course, many people will do that, so I wouldn't really blame them. I can only blame who hired them. And how is it going to end up? Does he think with all this evidence that it's just going to go away like that? People will just shut down and start deleting the videos that he chooses. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to do that. If I have it on my channel, I will not do it. You take me to every corner, every court in this world, the International Tribunal, I'll go with you, Cecil, and I'll present my receipt. You just don't know the people that you're dealing with because you're stupid at your age. You should be ashamed of yourself, of your age, Mr. Trenchtown Boy. How many people have you given this male now, ceased and deceased? Is it about 5 people, 5 reactors? Those are intelligent people that can see far and wide on exactly what you have done, which is wrong, using the vulnerable just in the pretext of helping them. And if you don't do it, what about the help that I gave you? If you don't do it, then I won't pay for the children's school fees again. Can you imagine that? Where has this happened? Why should it be in Africa? Why? I don't blame him. Somebody imported all this Didism into Africa, somebody into that village. If not, that village is supposed to have been a very quiet village. Yeah, there's poverty, but they could have grown gradually out of it. But another thing, in the villagers there, I think they should have a representative in the parliament for the whole of that area. Why don't they go there with their receipts, with everything, to report if they can't go to Nairobi? When the guy is home for the Christmas, all the reactors can march down to this representative, the MP representing that area, and said, this is the problem that we have. Can you join us to solve this problem, because the local police are being bribed up and down? Well, it all returns back to poverty, because the salaries are very low. So with that, they can do anything that they want. Yeah, chemicals, that White House is now a crime scene. That's it, exactly. Where clothes were sent, where kids were interrogated and got and put on YouTube without Passy's permission, when Passy was hustled by Gunmore and Dicey. That's true. You know, they tried to put her down there. Imagine, a widow smashed the phone. To smash the phone, Dr. Kive is a professional. He was there. The trench town was there, up there, watching. And the Kibe and the Gunmore deleted most of the things. So probably with that, his mind was that, oh, if there were to be any evidence, it's gone. But they fell short that the village girl can even be smarter than them. This is what he doesn't know. But now you're going after reactors that are also educated, and you're going after them. And you are choosing for them, you have to delete this. You, who the hell do you think you are? Where has this happened? I can't even imagine that. You choose for me which of my video and give me an ultimatum in my life. It can't happen. It's not going to work. Then be prepared. But I tell you one thing, come down from America. You don't have to sit down there to fight. Man, if you're right, you feel you are right, what you've done is right, why do you need to hide in Florida? Come down and take the fight direct to the courtroom, and let's see how it will happen. And be also careful. I think Kenya is not even for you anymore. The Kenyan embassy in Washington should take a notice of this guy. He's a predator. He's not supposed to come in. If you give him a visa to Africa, any part of East Africa, you're inviting him to come and commit more crime. So that is exactly what it is. John said, Leon takes such issues very seriously, especially when one in manipulating poor, helpless Kenyans. Then she became their voice. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. You know, we just need to, you know, be able to enlighten the people there that there's no point to be afraid. You have your right. You have the receipt. The receipt speaks volume. And if Passy were to be prepared to release more receipts, I'm sure he could have been in more trouble. So probably that is what he's trying to scare Passy from doing, or scare other people, you know, from doing. Hello guys, please like the video, 26 in the house and only 7 likes. Like the video too. It's also good to give a voice to the people and to this episode. So Kemi Klaus says they will catch all his transactions and money sent into Kenya. That's true, because by then we will know that most of the money didn't go directly through Passy. So that means you send it through the pimps that you used to lure Passy to accept all your indecent behavior. Only when you wanted somebody to swallow your dirty cucumber inside her throat, to push it inside her throat. Why don't you push it inside your family's throat? Sorry to say that, if that is what it is. Passy is a family woman that has children. You want her before her kids to undress and send you nude pictures. And you have already collected several nude pictures. Are you selling them to a website in the US? We have to know that. We have to even be able to investigate you too, to know who you are in America. So what was your need for suggesting other people have sent nude pictures that pass it to you too? You can send your own too. So when one sent, that one wasn't enough. Other people, that means a lot of women in the village and you send the pictures back, other people did. So that means one was not even enough for you. You wanted more, 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 more. And what are you doing with the pictures? Are you selling them in the public domain, in the pornography sites, websites? That's another question for another day, because one has to really know exactly what this guy has been doing in that village. How could you have been there if your host Marwa wasn't there? So what were you coming to Kenya for? For Patsy? Was it so important for you? My God. Was it so important for you? For Patsy, you came to the village just to defile her. Let's put it that way. Because you're trying to force her to do what she doesn't want to do. Your voice message was that of a predator style, from what I used to watch in the film, the way they talk. Just come. What are you afraid of? Just come. I'll be waiting here for you. I will come to the bus terminal and pick you. What are you waiting for? You want me to lose that money? It's the voice of a predator. What I used to watch in film. What I used to watch in films. The way predators behave. That's exactly. So probably Passy is not even your first victim, but you want to expand territory and use her just because of the $200. Yeah, I wonder the possibility he can be connected with Mr. Martin. It's possible. It's possible. Everything is possible. And the wife, Sonia said that the wife of his never go through his phone. Well, all these are things that, create a little bit of it. I think I didn't really wanted to react on this, but I thought about it because it's not possible that everybody should just keep quiet and this guy feels he's used a lawyer to threaten reactors and they're all going to go quietly. It's not going to happen. Only YouTube has the right to take down the channels. And you even said YouTube can take down the channel. So you're trying to scare people. But who do you think you're talking to? And who the hell are you? 72 years. Grandpa to most of the people in the YouTube. Very few of us are old. I'm not up to your age, please. But more young people. Most of the reactors too are young. Just like Passy. So after Passy, you want to ride on the other reactors. You want to suppress them completely. Nobody should say anything, even in the wake of the mounting evidence. They should go and erase what is inside your brain. Who do you think you're talking to, you're dealing with? Do you have brain, man? My God. It's something else. It's something I never really thought could come this way. So I still have, let me still have another receipt here, whereby he made all this tantrum up and down. And now there's still some people too that still go against him. One of his something here. Let me see. Because he just keep whining and dining on what that is not real. How is that going to come up? About 5 reactors. 5 reactors. They ask these lawyers to write to. For what? To stop them from bringing out their dirty linens? Let me play our...
Before they start looking for me, the lawyers have got a long arm.
Let's still rewind on this.
So you're sending people letters to what? Not mention your name. Why? Because why, Cecile? I'm here waiting for your lawyers. Send them. Quick. What is that nonsense, guys? Oh, don't talk about me. Delete certain videos. Delete why? Are you not the one who was crying? You want to soak your cucumber in someone's throat? Shameless human being. Oh, they're talking about me. They're calling me names. Are you not those names? It is what it is. There shall not be any rest for you, Cecile. Someone actually said Sexio. Sexio. Hello. Sexio. There shall not be any rest.
So, sexio, that's exactly what it is. It's sexio, because if not, how do you describe his action? It has to do with the predator's action, going after vulnerable women, widows. So for the small exchange of 200 US, because the other ones, if you had given anything to the middleman, that's your business. The only thing Passy would have seen in favor of her children was the school fees of 200 US. And the second one came from your friend. Okay. Then, then I noticed there was a time he bought them bicycle, even that bicycle too. Jane too had a receipt to how it was done, that it wasn't even for that amount. But Kenge pocket the other one and bought something inferior for the kids. So if there's somebody you should talk to, you should talk to Kenge and not Passy. Passy was just on her own. The children were just on her own. They were living. Most people in Africa, they go to public schools, and most of them later on become who they are today. They do well in life. They studied well. So Passy was just on her own with her kids. It's the Kenge that decided to pick them and wear them dirty clothes and make videos just to sell, to make money for himself. And that's it. So why should he be blaming Passy? So he just cannot stand the rejection that a poor lady, because he thought Passy was so stupid after brainwashing, brainstorming. Come on, you want me to lose the $580? You want me to lose it? I've paid for it. Even if you've paid for it, you haven't landed. We all travel a lot. You use your credit card. And you also have the right to stop, to tell them, I'm not coming to cancel. It's all there in the contract, when you're making your reservation. You have 5 days to the date or 2 days to your arrival date to cancel, and nothing will be charged. So we all do this often because we all travel. So why say all this to Passy? Because for you, Passy doesn't know anything. Passy will feel pity for the $580 you paid and not herself, and come to for you to force your dirty cucumber inside her throat. How can that be real? How can that happen? That means you have no respect for women. You don't have respect for any woman. You just want to use her like a trash. And that's it. That's all you wanted, just for that 200. And you said without that, you won't be able to sponsor her to help her children. Okay, then she tells you, okay, I don't want conditional sponsorship. Go with your conditional sponsorship. And why didn't you accept it and leave with that closure? Because she wanted to move on. But you keep coming back. You keep hitting back on her. You keep coming back to do life against a vulnerable poor lady. What do you gain? If you think you're so international, you're so big, where you are, you have everything. What does it take you to accept rejection, a defeat from a granddaughter? Because she's your granddaughter's age. What does it take you to accept it? So it's really, really embarrassing to one will wake up and hear you send mail to this, send letter, the lawyer send a letter to this, send to this, you have to comply under 7 days, if not your channel taken down. And he even said it, I think I should even look for the, because it's like he thought he was just inside him, it's like
rumors about me.
Oh.
I'll tell you now once and for all.
Let's see this, what he had to say.
I will never call anyone of those people in Kenya. Never, ever. So if you hear they say I call them, or I text them, or I message them, or I had somebody call them, it is a lie. I don't need to speak to those people. Those people are off my list. I don't threaten anyone. If I threaten you, I threaten you with the law. I don't.
Yeah, it says if he threatens somebody, he will threaten them with the law. So this is what he's trying to do now with the law, through a lawyer to issue letters of warning, suggesting in a suggestive manner, let me put it that way, this and this and this video you have to pull down. So the lawyers even went through the videos, went through the contents of all the people that he mentioned names. So he gave names of all the reactors in which the lawyer should go into their channel and copy the contents, the dates, the titles, and said, this I don't want, this I don't. So you have to choose. Oh my God. You can't even imagine this. It has to control the narrative, control people's life, control what they do. And after he said for a few dollars, they make $50, $30, $50. And what are you doing in the YouTube? And you said, I want people to subscribe to me. Whatever YouTube will give me, I will give it back. I will give it out. Is it not here too for money, guys? It's just conflicting stories, you know? Kemi says, warning, then court order, then court judgment, then send, send to me to pull down channels. It's not going to happen. He thinks he's talking to fools. Well, this is the one chance he's joined. He hasn't seen anything yet. But the only thing is that he's not just listening to himself very well. Because if he were to listen to himself, and he knows the law so much, then he would have known that with receipts, you go to any law court. That's what the court wants, with receipts. You're going to say it's an AI-generated course? No, it's not AI-generated voice. This is his voice. This is his voice, and that will be proven. Yeah, the conversations has always been on. With that, his cough while talking that he's normally coughing, and he said, oh, since I came back from Kenya, I had this bad cough, as if he went away from Kenya with the cough. But there are people there that are not coughing. So Sarah Mouton said, Pebbles Ginto is starting to act cunningly. He advised Passy to send him her evidences. Why? I was shocked when he told her to take down her video. I'm starting to doubt him. Oh, I wasn't aware about this. I wasn't aware about this. But probably he wants to help her conserve the evidences. That Passy should have a family members, should have other friends he can also keep it with. It doesn't need to be in her two phone. I'm very sure, not only in her two phone, I'm sure, she has backups everywhere. And people are not stupid, she doesn't need to come out here to tell us, and I wouldn't even ask her about that. But I know if she were able to do this recording, so she knew in another scenario something like this could happen, and for a backup to protect herself, that it was necessary for her to have had those recordings done. And without these recordings, man, it would have looked like she was the biggest liar on earth, because the last premiere that he had, and it featured that lady Julie, it was just to castigate her as the biggest liar and all that. But little did he knew that there was these evidences were still pending, and it was going to come out black and white in all the internet. And I think he would have he has nightmares up till now. But then he should be able to confront his nightmares. He should be able to call Passy, I'm sorry, a simple apology, just 2 lines, I'm sorry, 2 words, I'm sorry. Let's not go further than this. I'm sorry. I think that could have bring a closure. That could have bring a closure. So let's still see what else he said here, because he left.
For nothing. Or what? Just to get a little view so they can get a $30 or $60 from YouTube, so they can go and buy whatever they buy with it. It's not going to be long. Trust me. To write something about someone on YouTube is a violation. You can lose your channel.
No way.
Trust me, I'm working overtime. I am working. I'm going to go from every hole and every hamlet and everywhere to make sure that all of this is straightened out. And since no one in Neighbor Hansi can do it, and no one in Kenya can do it, I'll stay here and do it. I'll spend my last to make sure that The persons I have in my foresight meet your due justice. Tomorrow.
So guys, you can imagine the threat. He is threatening everybody. He is just threatening and threatening and threatening. So it's not today that he started threatening. I do not know what was his aim in going to Yabohanse. Was he there as Marwa's visitors? Then he could have just ended there in the white mental hospital there. Because it's only people that have, what should I say, mental cases that are there. Well, he even said it. The Kenga even said it. That he think he will need to build a mental hospital for his villagers, in the villages. And I said, nice. He already has a big one, a white one there, right there, many rooms. And first he will start with himself, his family, fill them up. Then all his Didism friends that invited all over the world. Because these are just, it's like what you see in public domain, everybody, pornography domain, they're all coming together. And it's like, they all came together. I think they all came together. They all came together to meet there. Initially, they started with defiling the girls, the minors. And after that, as if that wasn't enough, then they spread out into the villages, dealing with all the women there. You know, getting them to send their nude pictures and all that. Then them to send their nude pictures and all that. And you can imagine who knows how many nude pictures in the villages he would have collected. Who knows how many? Because if he can ask Passy, it's set in that video, Passy, what stops you from sending me yours? Because other people have sent me theirs. A lot of people have sent me theirs. So that means he's collected a lot from that village. And it can as well be in a public website selling. He must have really had a motive for coming there because his host, Kenge, wasn't in town when he came. So what was his dying motive of going to that village? And even what he collected, the consignment that he took position up, and he said it was for vulnerable for the village. He never distributed any to any of them. So why was he there? So why was he there? What was his motive of going there? This guy is something else. It's a real problem, you know, dealing with somebody like this. It's he doesn't even see he's wrong when he's wrong, and yet he wants other people. You know, I think what did he say? JT, are you there? He said that when you pull down all the videos that they mentioned, pull down this. Did he said, and after that you should apologize or what? That's the point I want to know, whether he's also seeking for an apology or maybe even compensation. Is that going to happen? How is that going to happen? No way, it's never going to happen. So that is just the colonialist mindset, Lucy. That's true. You know, he's of that era. He's 72, so you can't roll out what that is really inside his brain, because I think probably still nursing from some wounds from somewhere or something that's been haunting him all his life. And he's been what he's done now shows that he's been living a fake life all his life, and he's never going to retire, since he wasn't able to call Passy. I'm sorry. This is the situation. Let's forget about everything. Only 2 sentences could have solved this. But for him to continue this drive of endless hatred, threat, then there's something wrong with him. He needs a psychological help. And I think somebody should be able to put that to him. But let him be prepared that the women too in that village can also report him to the American embassy. They don't need to go to America. They can also report him to the American embassy in Kenya. And from there, they will forward their request to their local authority where he is residing, at least, to have a little bit of check on him. And this goes back to one thing. Man, all the most of these countries, African countries, don't just say because it's coming from US. You want to give him a visa. Do a cross, a background check on all these, most of these people before you give them visa. Not give them visa to come and misbehave, use the women, defile the women, the children, and everything. Because this one will do anything. The way he is, he's so adamant. He's not even recognizing his fault. Then he can do everything. So all the African embassies, please, third world, when you see people like this coming, he said he's coming from the US. They're good ones, a lot of good people. But this very class, this very type, he is of the lowest. That's all I can say. Because without that, you cannot just continue hammering on what you have done. He doesn't seem to recognize what he has done because for him, he feels these people are poor. Nobody will be able to come after him. It's horrendous. Island Girl says, apologize for him on tape, talking like a young schoolboy, asking for his cucumber to be sucked on his... He needs Mora to give him a lecture again. I think so, Kemi. Yeah, and Rebecca says, Mara is making him look so foolishly. Yes, I think he's just laughing at him, but he wants to keep him because he wants to use him. He knows what he wants from him. It's just the money and that's all, just again and that's all. But I think he knows that with him, the more he keeps him, he can ruin a lot of things for him. But then, if I can suck him out even up to the last drop that I can, let me just continue to play the game. So I think that's what Mora is doing right now with him. So Kung Fu says FBI has an office in the US Embassy. Oh, that's true. I had to talk to them 17 years ago about the security guards at the check-in gate harassing women, including my wife. The next day, they had new guards. Yeah, probably. I think that should be the next thing. That should be the next thing. Everybody should go there. Go there to the American consulate and to the FBI. They should report him. I am very sure they will quickly run a background check on him and see exactly who he is and if he's been into things like this for some time, because it has to be that way. It's there's no other way. There's no other way out. It's something that has continued for just too long, and he's not ready to to give up. That's the thing. He's not even ready to apologize. He's not even he doesn't even see anything wrong with what he has done, and it's like controlling people. He wants people, the reactors, everybody to be his commodity, but it doesn't work like that. It's never going to happen. So somebody should be able to tell him that enough of this. So Ernesto, I see you in the house. Welcome. Vimuelo, I see you too in the house. Thank you for joining. And Island Girl, thank you. Kemi Klaus, thank you for joining. And I also see John Kianyu. Welcome to the house. Mara has never talked about private boom sites, which he has been negatively mentioned. Why? Well, I remember in one of Michael Ponte's video, the last one that he did when they had that fiasco, he mentioned something about that Kenge, while in Colombia, took lots and loads of videos, made loads and loads of videos of women that walk in the street. He had encounters with them and used the opportunity to make videos of them without their knowledge, and that he was selling it to some certain, upon a website. So probably he's aware of all these things. So probably most of all these pictures that are sent to this guy said, oh, he has all these pictures from other people sent to me. Why can't you send yours? We don't know his link with that. But since it's a passport bro, with passport broing, anything can happen. The character is something that you cannot define about these people, because they just do what they feel is necessary for survival. It's something for survival, super survivor. So I think that's the trend, and it's like most of these people, the Didism that he imposed to his village, they all came to the village just because they know who he is. Of course, obviously, even the TTB, TTG Grandpa, obviously, he watches all the negative reactors too. So he knows exactly what it is. And that's exactly why he pinned that comment. In the first situation that he had, he pinned that comment there. That's why he did that. And after that, what else did he do? Then he got, was it Gake and the Kibe involved. And he started saying it wasn't him, that he couldn't have done that. He was new in the YouTube and all that. And yet, it's the same person trying to lecture here, us here, the last video that I showed. How YouTube, if you can write something about somebody, YouTube can ban you for life. He's the one lecturing. And yet, when he did that pin, he claimed that he didn't know much about YouTube. He pinned it. In another interview, he was praising the family of Marwa. How glorious the mother is, the father, good family, this, you know, eat in the left hand and vomit in the right hand. So the guy has something going on here. I think he needs help, because without that, if somebody don't stop him, he's going to continue. But he should know that Africa is not the ground for him to do all this. People there are poor, and they're proud people too that want to move on. But you don't have to import Didism, bring all these shenanigans into that village. And what you're doing, who are the people you're doing this with? Most of them could have also been as young as younger than a Patsy, who's supposed to be your grandchildren. And now even the boys joining, sending cucumber photos and all that stuff to all the websites. And it's going viral. It's going viral. For how long? When is this going to stop? So this is the situation we are today. Well, please like my video if you haven't. Just click. I still have a 38 in the house and only 19 likes. Just click the like and let's see. So we're going to run it to 1 hour. Now it's a 51 minutes, 50. And just another 9 minutes to go. Then we go. So let's see what everybody's writing. Vimoelu, True Pebbles, that Mora, I watched her yesterday. She was enjoying mocking Passy for losing her money. She is not a lady like. Well, it's Mora is Marwa's a loyalist, and you don't see at any time that she's going to give up. But there are loyalists like that they don't want to give up. They know what they're getting. We don't know. I do not know, and I don't intend to, to know exactly what it is. So Mr. Sexio is the biggest jackass of the year, hands down. That's true. We'll give him hands down. He doesn't realize his mistake. And the Pebble said, I thought she was a decent girl. Pebbles, are you talking about Mora? Well, let's see how it goes. And John, please donate your like, please. Thank you. I need your likes, please. Pamela Modesta, Kung Fu Fanta, Kimmy John. Welcome to the house, Pamela. Welcome. Nikki, welcome. Island got 100%. Yeah. I'm Lucy. John K. I have liked the video. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you very much. So let's see what is really going to happen and how far he's going to drive his threats. And we are also here. Reaction is autopilot. Only the YouTube has the right to stop where it is necessary when somebody goes against the norms, the established rules of the YouTube. And for now, I think most people are trying to abide by that rule, remain just in the line that YouTube agrees. So for what Cecil thinks, that's his business. But the show must go on. Reaction is autopilot. And it is here to stay. And we all have to continue, support each other, encourage each other to do the right thing, and defend each other. That's a brotherhood way of doing things. So guys, I will be ending my video here. It's close by 54 minutes, 54.25 minutes. So, and maybe we see again in the next banger after the Christmas. Christmas is how many days from now? 2 or 3 days from now. It was all about what I saw, and I felt slighted. I felt a bit of injustice going on here. So that's why I decided to have this live stream, because it's like a trench town boy thinks everybody's stupid, but nobody's stupid. Nobody's afraid of him. And we're going to go ahead and do what is right. And if he decides to remain the fool, good for him. And if he decides to change, to ask for forgiveness, yeah, forgiveness is air. We're all human. Then he will be forgiven and everything will be forgotten. Though not completely forgotten, he will always be kept on the spotlight to see where he's going to bed. I think Yabohan said don't deserve, they don't need people like him. They don't need pivots. They don't need didism. They need, unconditional sponsorship, help that can go well in developing that community. That community need help. That is true. From what we've seen, the infrastructures they don't have decent infrastructure. They don't have almost nothing, and it's just been going on like that for years. But the only man that said he's educated now plunged them into this situation, gave them another direction in life that they never thought, they never knew, teaching them how to lie to have money from donors. So this has been the basis that has tried to bring down this community. So thank you guys for watching my show, and we see again in the next banger. I love you guys. Back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. We'll see again. Have a nice Christmas, guys. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye, guys. I have to sign out now. Bye. Bye-bye.